that whatever manipulative or pictorial thing that you're using actually will work with the problems you give them. Because if you don't, then you're gonna have chaos in your room. And I don't mean the mathematical chaos, which is a whole lot of fun to do. I mean behavioral chaos, okay? So did you? Okay, all right. So how many of you are not through with these problems yet?
Where's on the number one?
Okay, so you're on the last one. Aubrey, which one are you on the last one? Is Miss Laurie doing it?
Yes, I'm working.
Okay, good.
Goodness gracious.
And this group is almost through? Okay.
I have not.
I'm gonna let these three groups that are still working a bit stay on this, and the rest of us are gonna go forward. So you three groups that are still working, don't look at what we're doing, and then we'll come back and help y'all do those others. That made no sense, but you know what I mean. Okay. So,
One half.
I'm just talking for a minute. So the concept of more than one, less than one is important. How many of you actually used that when you were trying to figure out your answers? Great. Your kids need to realize, when is the answer more than one? When is it less than one? So this is just more of my preaching. So 1 divided by 3/4, is that going to be more than one or less than one? The answer. More than one. How do you know it's more than one, Rochelle?
3/4 is a smaller unit, so I know I can get a smaller unit into a bigger unit more than a whole.
Okay, so 3/4 is smaller than one, so it's gonna go into one at least one time and more, fractional piece more, okay? So is the answer to this, 2/3 divided by 3/4, gonna be more than one or less than one? Patricia?
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
She was listening to me, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're in that group that's still working, aren't you? I'm sorry, my mistake. So, Isabel, is 2/3 divided by 3/4 going to be more than one or less than one? Melissa?
Less than one.
Why?
Because 3/4 is less than 2/3. So I cannot, or I can't put,
So here, this, put that back on.
exactly do it. No, it wasn't flip. What do you say about 3/4?
Yep, there you go.
Which is larger,
How do we make it
Melissa,
look like that?
2/3 or 3/4?
Because that makes sense. Does not make sense.
3/4 is larger.
So your answer
That's
was,
what I was, yeah, that's what.
More than one.
you're dividing by the larger, less than one. I'm gonna let these groups keep working, y'all, you people that are finished, go back and try and make up your own problem, okay? And work it, alright?
Now you kind of take this away.
Make that 2/3.
Is that third?
Yeah. No, I'm saying. Well, hold on.
You do have the time? No. It's 4.5.
That's so long.
So what would be half of that?
6.
What is 1/2
3.
of 3/4?
Why do we do that? So 2/3 to the, why we show
That third?
Oh,
So that's 2 in my which is 1/3. some guidance. Combining models that will. No, this is. So, hey, number. So you're trying to make it unit. Well, we're not getting the same answer that, from what I understand, was correct. Now I'm trying to get for this piece. It's fascinating how difficult it is to help somebody without doing it.
Yeah, we're asking, we're all, none of us know, that's the thing.
Dr. Browning will be here. I could do the standard algorithm, the trick. It's doing it this way. Yeah.
The Victoria representation.
Concrete.
Got that? No.
We're very confused.
All of us. What? We don't understand how they got 3/4. We did, but we decided 12 was our okay. Right here. I was thinking for that one. 6 is half of 12. Right here. Oh, a mile. That's why. So 2/3 of my, no, then it wouldn't be this. It'd be 4. It would be 2, it would be 4. That's 2/3 of my whole. Right. Yes. 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 2/3 of my whole. So 3/4. Okay, I'm done.
We're still trying to have, and then we're trying to make
Because what we were fixated on was of the half. How much of the half is 2/3 of the whole.
and this will lead you directly into why you find your common denominator. That's basically what we did by doing this. We need something that I can do for by half.
We're gonna go pick up a lottery ticket. You need to buy your wife. I didn't. My mind.
So let's Right. That's where your triangles are. Yeah, we did use the triangles. It's the 50 mile of what you want. It's 1, 2, and then it's
I started it on the other side.
yeah, no, we just need to do another one.
You don't get to that anymore.
I like them and then I hate them. Well, yeah, she said we use the presenter rods to help us to get to them.
You need to have 12 lines to make everyone
So half. Two-thirds though. Is it? So should I divide this into thirds? So how many?
You can't make it complete. You can't make it a whole thing. I wouldn't know. So I got that's right. It's that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, your visual looks better. What is that? Right? You just have to be then your fourth, your that's your fourth.
Because we were just trying to get a simple-minded two measurements from half and then this is.
Okay, sorry. It doesn't work.
Well, I mean, if you use like one fraction part, so here,
for that. I do click there a fraction of a fractional part. I do click there. I'm sorry.
So how many?
You see that?
We have to get
Chickens love it. So juicy.
How many sections?
Fall under, like arrow, 0 and 2.
It was 3/4 divided by 2.
This is 2/3.
Three-fourths of 2/3 is 1/2. Yes. Write it down before we mess up.
Is it equal or is it just is 1/2?
To show that the math changes.
Probably like feel the stream.
Will it in course or do you need to use those?
Because it's course of this. Yep. We can't say equal.
Nutrition.
I like it.
That's like really good.
To teach it conceptually is really awesome.
You have to be confident. And that's the part that I.
And you have to be different. You can have the twinkling to mess it up. And be like, wait a second, guys. I've had those moments using the pattern. Well, because you think it, you got it. It's hard when you already know the answer to get them there conceptually because you're not used to that. I wasn't doing that. No, I didn't even have your classes. What are you working on?
Well, it is really cool now.
I had boxes of these, but I did ELAR for 5 years. So I gave them to a kindergarten teacher.
And now what? You realize that you were okay.
I know, that's what we were talking about. We're able to do the program. Well, actually, how, right, that's it. Yeah, I think that's the scary part. I'm like, my name is on, and like, someone was Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
You are the guinea pig. Just so you know. We just had a wonderful conversation because when he roast together, he's like all in. So then we're
We get,
which he wants us to do.
we have a question.
So
Yes, that's what
which is
It has the
I would just walk out. I wouldn't.
He says
Oh, okay.
We need
In
a
a
little.
safe place.
Where failure is okay.
And then we'll give them feedback so that he doesn't roll it out.
I don't remember.
Usually that is me. I mean, usually he's like, alright, so I have this idea. Eat through with me. And then I'm like, that's the point
I need to get you to a teacher, so I don't try to leave out there. He does it to you first, so if you're gonna make mistakes in front of a large group of teachers, then
Well, I think that's very unrealistic. I'm forgetting what it's like.
I can appreciate an administrator saying, you know, whatever works for you, go ahead and do it. But if you make it easier, there's something that is behind that, and it's just a framework, and that's what I expectation. And then when I have it in paper in front of me, whether it's in Cloud or Power Science, that's my reference point, and I look at it. I mean, I think the thing to stress for teachers so they don't forget it, because they may see, I think I have to make a new one of those for every single day of instruction. And that's the first thing I thought about. They do a big one, and then you'll have a whole bunch of them. Well, and then your day-to-day stuff, your day-to-day stuff will be my own personal way to raise your hand. But I think that for
It would be like about this too.
the day-to-day stuff, how you want to go ahead
Well, there has to be accountability, like, it might hurt if you're in class, to make sure that it's not. Oh, yeah, you're right. My kids who could give me a ball.
the issue is. Right, no, I understand. They have to be written down, and they have to be well thought out, and it has to be well thought out. That's the idea of the unified definition.
That's what, last year, we were in the same district again, so we did like a little 5 different questions. And that was the best part of, like, I knew I had my lesson when I had my question.
Okay, a couple of questions that came up a while ago was about the science materials and the science and the math materials. In your notebooks, you should have, I haven't seen in the new ones, but we'll see it. In the experience math, old mix teachers, or whatever we're gonna call you guys, you have a list that Jennifer Lickard and Browning went through and identified by grade level what concepts or manipulatives should be used. We, in conversations, it appears that every teacher should have the full set of math manipulatives all the time. It's not something that can be shared. For those of you who are new, anytime we work with almost anything, we give you a teacher one. You cannot buy student materials. So right now, there needs to be conversations between us and your administrators and between you and your principals about what you have and, no, let's change the language. It's not what you have, it's what your students have and what your students need. So you have to take the I out of that kind of language when you're talking about needs. There are some science materials that need to be in every classroom. I'm thinking about self-contained, like magnifying glasses or something that you just should be using regularly. There are some equipment that could be shared among, say, between 2 teachers or something like that. So what we need to start thinking about is what kind of materials, equipment goes on the shared list in science versus the everyone, what do you want to call it? You need those in your classroom all the time. I don't see math manipulatives being shared in those 2 lists. I see math manipulatives in your classrooms all the time. cause you need to just be able, you know, to get them whenever the students need them. One of Lori's, one of the best, another best math teachers I've seen, we were in there and she was doing a review, and there were some manipulatives on one of the tables that the kids were rotating around, and she said it surprised her that the kids actually use it. She said she just casually, you know, at the last minute thought, threw them out on the table for them, and she was surprised again at how many use those. And so, Browning, you wanna make the same comments you made yesterday about adults?
Well, then yesterday, when we started this whole fraction talk, before I even told you to get your manipulatives out, when I gave you a problem, some of you were reaching for the Cuisinart, some for the pattern blocks, and some started drawing pictures. Now, being an adult, you tend to go to the abstract more quickly than kids should, okay? So the pictures were fine, but I actually walked all the way back here to make sure that this group right here was drawing a picture and not flipping and multiplying, okay? Because I couldn't tell from what they were doing. I know, Tim, I trust you, but you know, sometimes, just to check yourself, you flip and multiply, and Melissa does it all the time. But in her head, so I can't catch her.
My head.
Yeah. But I was surprised that even before I got the words out of my mouth, you know, the manipulatives were being pulled out, which is a great thing. I was really happy to see that.
Yes, ma'am.
To have the principals be part of this, I'm including Ross in as a principal, right now, but just to have the timing so that they actually had to experience this. They actually had talked about ahead of time the fraction lesson. So when they walked in, Ross says, "Is this a fraction lesson?" I said, "I think so."
Yeah, and the training last week.
Lori practically, I mean, the color drained out of her face, because she's just not confident in math at all. So to have her go through this and then at the end be like, "I got it, I'm done, we gotta go to lunch now because I have to."
And buy a lottery ticket.
Right, yeah. So anyway, it was way more powerful than I had even anticipated, and it was the grown-ups, you know, it's the ones that are leading you that it made such a difference for.
And
So
they needed to see it.
they do, and as teachers, we need you to be confident and insistent, like, you know, squeaky wheel. When they need to see something, you need to not let them say, "I'm sorry, I don't have time," or whatever. Say, "Okay, if you don't have time now, when do you have time? I'm gonna hold you to this. I need you to see this," because they need to experience it too, just like you have. And they can't come back from someplace they've never been, just like no one else can either. And if you will be the teacher leader and insist that they be part of it, we'll all learn. So I want you to have the courage to go to them and say, "Okay, I'm doing this really cool thing and I need you here at this time. Can you do that?" And if they say no, then you figure out when you can adjust so that they can be there. Like, don't take no that they can't be there for an answer. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, lunch is here.
Leave your stuff here, we're gonna come back and finish the fraction.
Oh, sure. One of the things that what happens if you let them fix it? How are they gonna fix it? Like, that's like, when I'm working with kids and you know, we have a problem here.
This is your new unit. So this is
Tell me what was happening.
using 8 inches.
A lot of times I will say, "Tell me what you were thinking when this happened, or when you did this, whatever," and they'll say, "Well, I didn't do that." No, tell me what you were thinking when this happened. And, say, "Wow, it's
Just
really a
so
problem now,
you
isn't
don't
it?"
need them, but using her original unit,
And then give them feedback, because they'll say, "I don't know." I say, "Well, we have to go.
that's what
I'll let you think about it, because
then you can erase this.
this is what happened, and you caused
You have
this.
to figure out.
So how can we fix it? How, you know, I'll support you, but you're the one that did it, so you have to, and give them time to do it, don't let them out, don't let them say, whatever, and they'll sometimes if they're younger, well, and if they're not younger, you can just give them So maybe think about something like this, or something like this, or maybe something like this.
Your friends might try this.
Right, yes, you can do that, yeah. But it's a longer process,
That's
but it's a one-time process. Like, you don't have to keep going. And then, if you know you've messed up, then you need a chance to fix it. And emotions, you really need a chance to fix it. You're teaching them all kinds of problem solving. And, you don't have to say, please forgive me, or any of that kind of stuff. You just, they just have to. Sometimes they want to know, sometimes they go to the kid and say, I'm really sorry, I lost my kid. Sometimes, they need to go to the teacher too. And if they need your support, you can offer that. You can say, so, this sounds like a really good idea. It's not what I can help with. What would you like me to do to help you? Do you want me to stand there? I'm not gonna talk.
Maybe not always responsibility that you might supposed to have the responsibility.
Right.
Of whatever, like, that's hard.
I was going with that one, but that's what I can't.
Well, and that's what you have to work out. So you can say, I don't have time to work right now. When would be, I have time during this time. If you want me to stand there, we have to do it during this time. Otherwise, I can send you here. And if you're gonna send them to, they have to go talk to a teacher, something like that. Sometimes it's good to go to the teacher and say, okay, this is what's happened. I'm sending this kid. Be prepared. I don't want you to fix it for them. I want them to do it. But so that they don't shoot me in the foot either.
It reminded me when you said yesterday of like a leader and be proactive, and I'm in charge of me. And when you're in charge of you, then nobody can do anything.
Just read that book.
Have you read, like there's, well, we can talk about it at lunch.
Yeah, so yeah, I'll sit with you if you want. And then you can think about it.
Teach this, just need to teach this so I can and I was sitting in just after Brownie's lesson, going, oh, shoot, I forgot to get that, and I can't remember what that is.
Well, we got another day.
Yeah, but have you done tomorrow? Needed it.
That's awesome.
Just have it.
And you're locking this right?
Yeah. Jennifer, I'm locking the door.
Yeah, I'll shut it, I'll make sure it's shut.
Only if you leave.
Yeah.